What an incredible waste of my time. He eats straight sauce? It's Daniel. It's tomato sauce straight out of the can. I don't know, out of the jar sounds bad. Out of the can is like vile. It's because glass is higher quality. I don't know, man. Well, like, I know when you can things, you gotta, like, superheat them to actually kill all the germs or something. I guess you put it in a jar, you just, like, make it and then jar it. Oh, no, Back to the Future 2?
Just my imagination.
Running away with me. Glass leaves no residual taste, but it's more expensive. Understood. I'm in. This is remarkably similar to PUBG driving. In that, I'm bad at it, but still better than anyone I've ever seen. I got it. I don't think you can nap in the car.
Zach, Emily arranged for people to come between 1500 and 1700.
We can't do anything here right now. Let's come back at the right time.
It's like an hour away. It's 2 hours away, but still. Come on, come on. Let me get an hour or two out of this. Stop me. Stop me. Stinky agent minus $22? What the heck does that mean? Go shower, you stinky. Yeah, I gotta change my suit. I lost 22 bucks.
Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too.
I am surrounded by flies. High quality beef. It's so good. Every time it just fills me with dopamine.
Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time.
Everybody hates you,
That was
dude.
a
Go
tough
take a
road.
shower.
That was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
You're all familiar with Agent Morgan and his vile stench.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately,
That's the chef.
incidents like these have a
I'm watching you,
tendency
buddy.
to happen again.
These are really nice chairs, though, for
I
a
asked to have you
small
gather
town
here
community
so I can
center.
share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places.
Like the circle I've drawn with hash marks on the
Those of you with
whiteboard.
children, especially of Anna's age, please guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining.
Who is
Now,
that?
I've heard the folklore story of the raincoat killer. There is a chance.
Did you see the Virtua Fighter character in the audience?
The story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
Oh, with the doors mic'd up. Yo, she's coming to the meeting in Louboutins. She right to the front, not to be messed with. Carol McLean, bar owner and singer.
Who's the fashionably late?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Thomas's sister.
Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
You alright, Thomas? I forgot about this guy. Peter Whalen, weird cyberpunk.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt.
So says. Can you just do this? It's like in a town hall, everybody gets 90 seconds.
When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Boo! Get out of here, Mr. Stewart. Oh, now we got the irreverent music.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Yeah, like, do you know where the nearest shower is?
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Hello, Thomas. Got
Agent
any
York,
sandwiches for me?
your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How
New
could one
song.
do such a terrible thing? I'm still in shock.
Thomas, I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
Yeah, it's probably a butterfly. Right on
Okay.
his lower
If
back.
it's gonna help you any.
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that,
Did it tell you anything?
it told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
I'm wondering who G is.
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
I don't know when you got that done, but we We've all been through the 80s.
What on earth is that supposed to mean? Can you just
Quite a
go
performance.
home?
Mysterious and very poetic.
I gotta say,
I don't
though,
think many of your audience
proper
appreciate
face
it.
attire for my current stench.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the right time. It is not yet mine.
Are you still going?
Mr. Stewart's time. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason
He was
why you
talking for
can't
like
tell me yet.
4 seconds
Is that
before
what
you
you're trying to say?
translated. It was like an inverted Lost
Cut
in
the poetic
Translation
rubbish,
bit.
Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Oh, is he saying he's gonna rip off his mask? It would hurt a great deal.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations.
A,
So
B,
says
A,
Mr.
A,
Stewart.
C, D, E,
Thanks for the
A,
warning,
B,
Harry.
F rhyming
But don't
scheme.
worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, Zach and I, so says Mr. Stewart. Mighty fine police work. Low polygon people don't count. Hey, let me see your back again.
Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Hey! I'm already endearing myself to the townsfolk. Yeah, the flies can come too. Yeah, call me York, I get
Good
it.
evening, Agent.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper.
My name's Brian the
Mr. Brian.
Gravekeeper.
I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree.
Are these your flies or
That's why I'm
mine?
here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna. Her smile. So warm.
Yeah, you got him, Brian. Just that cool.
Anna. Blonde hair.
That classic
So
Gravekeeper coolness will get him off your trail.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
It's Brooks and Dunn. Q.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis
Polo
York Morgan.
shirt tucked into the
So
jeans.
Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Quint Dunn, employee of the darts bar.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you.
What
I'm
is
here
this
to apprehend the
accent?
perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
Uh-oh.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
This is pre-Snowden.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name.
Got
I could
him!
read him like a book, Zach.
Could have just asked him for his driver's license, but where's the fun in that? Spooky
You're
spider.
York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the darts bar, Swery 65.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and your
How'd you like
name
the
is
town?
Feathered
great.
Dart Spider?
Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town.
Are you
just isn't a
townsplaining to
factor.
me?
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Now take your shirt off. That's the doctor. I know because he's still wearing his
Making
doctor
progress?
clothes.
Of course, plenty. Tell me,
Night
when is
Pawn
this?
to Q3.
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Well, hey, man. I just needed
don't
to
see
see her
her here.
back.
Anna was the sole reason for
What
leaving
is
after
her
her husband
skirt?
was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Madam?
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
No luck catching them killers, then.
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all.
Well.
People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to
Yo,
make
he's
the
talking to
world a
Zach.
better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. You must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling
Perfect combination
from
for
him at all,
what?
do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
Okay. What on earth? Yo, this is Bill.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
The general, owner of the scrapyard.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events.
Oh, no kidding.
Town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right.
Don't manspread to
Soldier,
me,
if you want
sir.
to hear more, you come
I'm an
to my
officer of the
office.
law.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit. One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Got him. He literally exudes raw power as he limps away, slurring his words. Carol! Oh, dude. I could use him.
Anna was an airhead.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead.
I get it. I get it.
They would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Freaking airheads.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest. A goddess.
Dun 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 dun. She doesn't even know it's a freaking dead end down there. You airhead. Oh man, this is wild. What are you wearing? Those are snakeskin pants.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the Gunsmith.
It is actually Don Cheadle.
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you.
Also,
all you need is a network.
Boom, you looking for this?
I hope so.
Are you sure? Am I sure what? You can't carry... He's selling guns at the community center? He's just selling MP5s in the lobby?
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all
Control
around.
loophole,
Even today,
brother.
a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600.
Oh, yes.
See you then.
I'll see you there at 2000. The all-night gun store. It's open from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Nothing unusual about that.
I'm
It's
U.S.
8 p.m.,
Special Agent
whatever.
Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife.
Yep.
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Kind of an airhead.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Suspect.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner?
Wait
in
for the
Anna
right
Mountain?
moment to
That's right.
strike.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident?
Kind of an airhead.
Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
Could be
You're
hiding
sure?
anything in those jeans.
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
What? He's stonewalling us. This guy. He's the guy I picked out in the crowd. I gotta know more.
Yeah! Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
FBI Special Agent Francis
What
York
is
Morgan.
that jacket?
Please, call me York. That's what everyone
I
always
don't know
calls
if
me.
that
Okay,
means
York,
what I
no
think it
problem, man.
means,
So,
but
Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Do you sell raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know, that scar of yours, now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks? Now that's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon, and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
very, very nuanced character. Please don't be his wife.
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm Lily.
Lily, Keith's wife. This guy is Isaac and
FBI
Isaiah's
Special
dad?
Agent.
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent.
Be
from
some
the big
great
city.
dinners.
The facial scar trademark. The way you introduce yourself. Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts.
Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first.
Never heard of that one.
It's one of those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
He has mental illness.
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But,
You think there's something else?
well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of
I
them.
watched a Netflix
I just
show
couldn't
about
understand
this.
it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
I mean, she's married to Xanta. Oh no. Yoink. What do you think's going on here? This lady holding a pot of stew with one shoe on. Yep. Had a feeling we were getting that.
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Roaming Sigourney, nicknamed the Pot Lady.
Hey, mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay.
Her
Now,
pot's
what's
getting
that?
cold, you airhead.
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
She's actually like a needle drug addict. She needs help.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul.
Great timing on
the weekend
the
to see
music.
the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Equus.
Well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh,
It's definitely Hamilton.
no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we
Well,
used
why'd
to
you
see
bring it up?
anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
Shut up and show me your back.
So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Oh man, she's quick.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
What are you gonna do? Excuse me? Excuse me?
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
it's Gan Dieseling.
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
Please give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
Well, set your sights
first
high.
impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
I only talk to Ben Franklin. Aren't you a Final Fantasy 15
Hey, good
character?
looking. Nice speech.
Gina the Rose.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Gina. I'm married to Jack. He runs the gas station.
I'm Gina the Rose.
He's a rose.
You look pretty revealing.
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should
Can
see
you
some of
just
my
do up your shorts at
You?
least?
Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn-on. You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
That would be great. I can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now, about my current case. Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know.
Cool
Talk to
as
my
a
hubby
cucumber.
about the difficult stuff, okay?
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest.
It's like
how are Isaac and I?
He's got an overall pocket for his Nintendo Switch.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, have you met their parents?
I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, though.
Well,
I have
reek
to,
of something.
To do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
Got him.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
It's dinner time. Yeah, didn't look at anybody's back except Thomas's. Please, Keith. Cleared it. $260 plus $486 of basic wage unpaid salary. Whatever the heck that means. Who puts tomato slices on their hot dog? I don't buy it. Green tomato? That's an apple, brother.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report, too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds
Thought
good.
we were getting dinner.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right, then. Let's do that.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greendale is complete without eating at the A&G.
Plus, it's the only
appealing
restaurant.
proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner, or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Let's eat with them. Anything that gives us more talking is perfect.